Imagine looking at your life and realizing that some beliefs seem to stick to you, as if they were part of who you are. I'm not good enough. Money is hard to earn. Success isn't for me. Do these phrases sound familiar? They may feel like undeniable truths, but in reality, they are just mental programs that have been reinforced over time. What many people don't realize is that these beliefs didn't appear out of nowhere. They were absorbed, repeated, and unknowingly accepted as reality. Bob Proctor taught something revolutionary about this. Beliefs are not permanent. They can be transformed. And the process starts with a powerful, yet often underestimated tool: repetition. But not just any repetition. It's not about mindlessly repeating positive phrases without conviction or emotion. That would be like trying to push down a wall with your bare hands. The kind of repetition that truly changes your mind works on a much deeper level, reprogramming the patterns that shape your thoughts and actions. Think about this. Your mind works like a garden. If limiting beliefs have taken root, they didn't grow overnight. They were nurtured, reinforced by experiences, by the words of others, and even by society. To change this, you must replace the weeds with new seeds, empowering ideas that reflect what you truly want for your life. And this happens through conscious and intentional repetition. But here's the key. Repetition alone isn't enough. You have to feel it. If you say, "I am prosperous," but deep down still feel like money always slips through your fingers, your subconscious won't accept this new idea. Transformation happens when repetition is paired with genuine emotion, with a true connection to the reality you want to create. Bob Proctor used to say that when you change the way you see yourself, everything around you changes too. Effective repetition doesn't just alter words in your mind, it reshapes your identity. What once seemed like an unbreakable barrier dissolves because your new mental programming starts influencing your decisions, actions, and results. So, what if those old beliefs that felt so unquestionable were just stories you learned to repeat? What if you could choose new stories, ones that propel your life in the direction you truly want to go? That's real transformation, and it begins the moment you decide to take control of the narrative. Our brain works like a recorder, replaying everything that has been installed over the years without questioning it. From childhood, we absorb beliefs, values, and perceptions that shape our worldview, and ultimately, our results. Bob Proctor understood this mechanism clearly and taught that limiting beliefs operate like invisible programs, running in the background and silently influencing every decision we make. But here's the thing, these beliefs didn't appear out of nowhere. They were reinforced through years of repetition. If someone constantly heard that money is scarce, that success is only for a select few, or that they're not talented enough, that message was recorded and started operating as an internal command. The good news? Any mental programming can be rewritten. The key to this process is consistency and emotional involvement. Simply saying something new once and expecting your mind to accept it instantly won't work. Think about how a muscle develops. You don't do a single workout and expect lasting results. It's the daily repetition that builds strength. In the same way, the mind needs repeated exposure to new truths for them to become natural. Bob Proctor encouraged specific practices for this reprogramming. One of them is the daily writing of affirmations. When you repeatedly write down an empowering belief, something powerful happens. Your mind starts accepting it as real. But writing alone isn't enough. He also emphasized the importance of vivid visualization, not just imagining your goals, but seeing yourself inside them, feeling the experience as if it's already happening. And here's the crucial point. Emotion. Without emotion, repetition loses its power. You can repeat an affirmation 100 times a day, but if you don't feel its truth, your mind will reject it. The more intensely you engage emotionally with a new idea, the faster it becomes part of your identity. This doesn't mean change will happen overnight. Just as limiting beliefs took years to take root, new ones also need time and consistency to strengthen. But when you commit to this practice, something extraordinary happens. Your perception of yourself shifts and the world around you responds to this new identity. After all, your external reality always reflects what you believe to be true internally. Repetition only becomes truly powerful when it is filled with emotion and genuine belief. Simply repeating words mechanically won't change your mental programming. Bob Proctor emphasized that for a new idea to take root in the subconscious, you must feel its truth in the moment you affirm it. This happens because the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. It accepts as truth whatever is delivered with strong emotional intensity. If you simply say, "I am prosperous," without any real engagement, your mind will discard that statement as irrelevant. But when that declaration is paired with a genuine feeling of prosperity, as if the result is already unfolding, something different happens. The subconscious begins to register this new perception as a fact. That's why Bob Proctor recommended specific practices to amplify the impact of repetition. Listening to your own voice affirming a new belief isn't just a symbolic exercise, it's a highly effective way to reprogram the mind. The sound of your own voice carries a level of familiarity and authority that makes the message more readily absorbed. Additionally, handwriting your goals and affirmations has a powerful effect on the subconscious. When you manually write down what you want, your brain actively engages in the process. The act of forming each letter and word strengthens the connection between thought and the reality you wish to create. This doesn't happen in the same way when typing on a keyboard. Writing by hand has a much deeper impact on the mind. Visualization also plays a crucial role in this transformation, but it's not enough to simply picture a scenario. You have to step into it with all your senses. If your goal is financial freedom, don't just imagine money in your account. Feel the security it brings. Picture the experiences you'll have, the places you'll be, and the emotions you'll feel when you reach that level of success. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the stronger its effect on your mind. Over time, this process becomes natural. The limiting belief that once felt so dominant begins to weaken. The new belief takes hold, shaping not only your thoughts, but also your actions and decisions. When this happens, your results begin to change, because your external world will always reflect what you believe to be true internally. If there's something in your life that feels like an impossible barrier, look beyond the surface. The real obstacle is rarely in the external circumstances. It's in the belief you hold about them. Bob Proctor taught that every limitation we perceive is a direct reflection of the stories we tell ourselves, and stories can be rewritten. If you believe you're not good enough, ask yourself, where did this idea come from? Is it truly yours, or was it something you heard so often that you accepted it as truth? If money always seems scarce, reflect on this. Have you internalized beliefs of lack throughout your life? And more importantly, do these beliefs still serve you? The powerful realization here is that beliefs are not permanent. They can be replaced, transformed, and reprogrammed to align your mind with what you truly want. And the tool for this is already in your hands: intentional and emotionally charged repetition. This isn't magic. It's how your mind has always worked. Everything you believe today was reinforced over time. Now you can use that same process to install beliefs that empower you instead of limiting you. Bob Proctor proved that anyone can shift their mindset and, in turn, their life. But this requires commitment. The new belief you want to install must be nurtured daily. That means affirming it with conviction, visualizing it with clarity, and most importantly, feeling as if it is already real. And here's something powerful. Your brain is always looking for evidence to confirm what you believe. When you decide to replace a limiting belief with an empowering one, your mind starts finding proof that this new truth is possible. Small events, new opportunities, insights you previously overlooked. Everything begins aligning with this internal shift. So now, turn inward. What is the belief that has been holding you back until today? And what new belief do you choose to install from this moment on? You can decide that you are capable, that you are worthy, that abundance flows to you naturally. Choose it, reinforce it, feel it, and watch your reality transform before your eyes.